You're watching VH1's 200 Greatest Pop Culture Icons. Icons wouldn't be icons if there weren't designers to make them look that way. Whether you're an actress, a model, or an average Joe, when you put on this man's sexy designs, you feel like an icon.
Come along, let your dress reflect yourself.
They say the clothes make the woman, but not until Gianni Versace did people know who made the clothes.
Gianni Versace has dictated style for so long, he defines what fashion is.
Everybody wants something Versace.
You're wearing someone's clothes, they're not your own.
The Italian fashionista who became known as the rock and roll designer opened up shop in the 70s.
The reason I work is people. I like to design for men and women, and that's make me happy when people like my fashion, and they like a lot.
He just happens to be one of these people who is a trendsetter.
With striking patterns, bold colors, and his use of top photographers and models, Gianni made fashion into an all-star, sexed-up event.
This is my party, so get fly if you like to, get hot if you like to, 'cause I know you like to.
Madonna was the first star to front the label, and soon Versace and rock stars came hand in hand.
One time Eric Clapton say a quote about me. I say Versace is pure rock. My dream when I was a child was to be a musician.
I've worn his clothes on several occasions. It fits along the line of how I like to dress.
From Milan to Malibu, friends and family mourned quietly today, remembering Gianni Versace.
Tragically, the designer was murdered in 1997, just outside of his Miami home.
The world remembers his passion, his love of music, most of all his flamboyant, glamorous, daring designs.
His legacy lives on through his sister Donatella, who's had her own influence on pop culture.
Look who it is, me.
And his revealing hemlines will continue to thrive on the world's sexiest stars.
Scooby-Doo! Scooby-Doo! Where are you?
Scooby, Scooby-Doo.
He's ruled by two of our most primal feelings, fear and hunger. Whether being chased by a supposed ghost or groveling for a Scooby snack.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Scooby-Doo has become everyone's favorite Great Dane.
Okay, Shaggy.
Who doesn't love Scooby-Doo?
The trailblazing Pooch and his meddling friends
Looks like we found ourselves a mystery.
prove that a mutt could solve crime just as well as the NYPD. With the help of his mystery machine and mysterious snacks. The fun began when Scooby and his pals got mixed up in paranormal hoaxes.
What a spooky old street. I've seen enough. Let's go back.
And it still hasn't ended.
What appealed to me was Scooby, you know, a talking dog who was always hungry. You know, and then he had his pothead sidekick, Shaggy.
Talk about Scooby.
Scooby-Doo was great because it introduced a stoned character to everyday life, Shaggy, and the fact that he had the munchies.
From prime time to Saturday morning classics.
Scooby, like do something.
To the supersized Scoob on the big screen.
Where are you? We got some things to do now.
Scooby-Doo is still America's first canine.
Keeping it real. We want the world and we want it.
He was the quintessential frontman. Jim Morrison was hot, poetic, tortured, and of course, usually shirtless.
I'll keep you wild on the road, you hand upon the wheel.
His band was The Doors, but Morrison was the chick magnet. The music was a mix of blues, psychedelia, and rock.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Shine
You know, he was really a poet, so he kind of pushed those boundaries about what you could talk about in lyrics.
Peace Frog is probably my favorite. Remember that one? Nice songs on the radio, you know, it's like, you know, green-eyed lady, fashion, and there's blood in the streets is up to my ankle.
The band made 7 albums in only 4 years, but Morrison became infamous for his profanity and unpredictable behavior on stage. At a Miami concert in '69, Jim's rock star antics got him arrested, and the Doors almost fell apart. Morrison became the bad boy role model, but then the music died.
When the music's over.
Fighting depression and drug abuse, Morrison died in a bathtub of heart failure at the age of 27.
When the music's over, yeah.
The early exit only cemented the legend of the Lizard King and his rightful place as the quintessential rock god.
He was like a rocket, you know. He was around for this brief period of time and did so much cool music that really affected the whole course of rock music. And then he was gone.
Told me that I was right out of my head. He said I need treatment, but I'm not that easily led. He said
I have this dream.
Look up neurotic New Yorker in the dictionary and you might find a picture of Woody Allen.
I was just expressing a healthy sexual curiosity.
60-year-old boys don't have girls on their minds.
I did.
For God's sakes, Abby, every Freud speaks of a latency period.
Well, I never had a latency period. I can't help it.
One of the few guys who's able to both write and direct and act in his own movies. I think he's a comic genius.
Woody started his career doing stand-up, sporting his trademark thick-rimmed glasses.
My parents didn't want me when I was younger. When I was a little baby, they put a live teddy bear in my crib.
Allen has boldly worked outside the major studios, writing, directing, producing, and often starring in his own films.
You're having an affair with your college professor, that jerk that teaches that incredible crap course, Contemporary Crisis in Western Man.
Existential motifs in Russian literature. You're really close.
What's the difference? It's all mental masturbation.
Oh, well, now we're finally getting to a subject you know something about.
Hey, don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love.
Just that he keeps turning out his movies, keeps doing it every year, then you realize how hard that is to do, because they don't make a lot of money, but yet he still just does what he thinks is art, you know?
I'm a vicious jungle beast.
His quirky sensibility yielded classics like Annie Hall, Manhattan, and Bullets Over Broadway.
2 martinis, please, very dry.
How'd you know what I drank?
Oh, you want 1 too? 3.
Woody Allen is also known in pop culture for being a ladies' man. But his personal life has never overshadowed his career as a uniquely original New York City filmmaker.
And I want to make sure when I thin out that I'm well thought of.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown on the outside.
They may have dressed like extras from a 50s sci-fi movie, but this pair of Swedish couples became an unlikely international sensation.
It might have something to do with my face.
The two couples were Bjorn and Agneta and Benny and Annie Fried, and the meshing of their voices made for irresistible pop music. While much of the 70s music became a cultural footnote, ABBA keeps coming back in every pocket of pop culture.
I've always loved ABBA. When I heard ABBA, I fell in love with the music. This is as craftsmanlike as any grandmaster can be in pop songwriting. This is as good as pop songs can ever be written. If you take a look at the chordal structures and the way the keyboard was played, very classical, very Mozart.
I think Dancing Queen is probably one of their most popular songs.
Some people tend to think of Dancing Queen as the highlight of our career.
ABBA's tunes are the basis for everything from flicks like Muriel's Wedding to the Broadway musical Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
It's a play that I've seen now 3 times and want to see it another couple more times.
The reason why Mamma Mia is such a big hit, I think, is there was a need for something uplifting and funny at that time.
And you can always find an ABBA cover band trying to recapture their Swedish magic.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
When you think of slapstick, you think of one thing. Okay, actually.
Any difference?
Oh, that was right.
The Three Stooges, they live together, they work together, and they hit each other and call each other names. It's just the most beautiful symbol of friendship.
The trio of Larry, Moe, and Curly are still the most famous faces in physical comedy 70 years after their debut.
The thing I love about the Stooges is when you're younger, you realize, oh, Moe, he's such a sadist. But then when you get older, you realize that Moe's trying to keep it together.
Oh, slacker.
But all he knows is the violence.
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
The group began their choreographed comedy routines on the vaudeville circuit before graduating to film. Moe was the boss with the floppy hair, Larry was the curly-haired middleman, and Curly was the bald fall guy who made those wubbly noises.
You grab anybody along the street, slap them in the face, and say, who are the Three Stooges? And they say, Moe, Larry, Curly. And it's a drag for Shemp. I'm sure that if we ever got to hang out with them, we would have liked Shemp the most.
The winning formula was always the same.
Certainly.
Put the Stooges in a situation and watch them screw it up. Then watch them take it out on each other.
Cut it out, come on.
This is monkey time behavior. There's nothing else to do. We beat up on each other, but we all still feel like doing it, don't we? And the Stooges do it for us.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Hello. Hello, Mary. This is Betty Ford. Your impression of Betty Ford really stinks.
Sure, her name has become synonymous with celebrity benders.
I recently got out of the Betty Ford syndrome.
But Betty Ford has done more than open her own clinic.
It was great when someone opened up a channel and a path and a way to deal with the very real issue of addiction for so many people.
Betty became addicted to painkillers and withheld her problem for years.
I was taking a really lethal amount of pain medication and still continuing to drink with it.
Mr. Vice President, are you prepared to take the oath of office as President of the United States? I am, sir.
She was thrust into the limelight when her husband became president after Nixon's resignation.
It came, of course, as a complete surprise.
She soon became an icon for the way in which she spoke out about breast cancer and the Equal Rights Amendment.
Both Jerry and I are interested in what's best for the country.
But the years of drug abuse added up, and in '78, Betty checked herself into a clinic to clean up.
I'm gonna get free! I'm gonna get free! I'm gonna get free!
Betty Ford had the courage to come out and say, I have this problem, I have to beat it, and this is how I'm going to do it.
Her recovery led to the clinic that now bears her name and has seen many famous faces in its halls.
Her value as a pop culture icon is tremendous.
There are a lot of celebrities who probably don't even know who she was, frankly, who owe her their life.
Get ready to enter the final frontier with a pointy-eared legend.
That may be, Doctor.
And watch as the world's most famous intern nearly brings down the free world. Hey.
Hi, Monica.
Next on VH1's countdown of the 200 greatest pop culture icons.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, it's another hour of 200 greatest pop culture icons. Only on VH1, home of the greatest.
200 icons and thousands of memories. This is VH1's greatest pop culture icons. Not just anyone can be a diva. Sure, VH1 has its fair share of them, but the term diva itself was practically invented for this supreme singer.
I said upside down, you turn.
Diana, right here, please.
She was the female hitmaker of the 60s, but Diana Ross didn't stop there. Her powerhouse voice found a home in each successive era. And her presence on and off stage makes her a diva in every sense of the word.
People are talking about you, they're saying you're the ultimate diva.
I don't know what that means exactly.
What does it mean?
Well, you know, I don't know that diva means anything negative. I think it's a positive thing.
She's defined what diva really was intended to be, a class act.
Ross and her Supremes were kicking at the heels of the Beatles back in the day, and the quintessential Motown trio reeled off 5 straight number ones. But when Ross stepped into the solo spotlight, a music, fashion, and film star were born.
I just love the fact that she was always so different with her fashion and her sound. Everybody loved Diana.
These days, she's more renowned for her offstage antics.
Oh my goodness.
Her clashes with former Supremes and brushes with the law have only cemented Diana's place in divadom.
She's been there from the beginning, you know, her contributions to the music industry, and she's another pioneer out there.
Now put the pedal to the metal on 10-10 on the side.
May we welcome Burt Reynolds.
He wasn't just a popular actor. Burt Reynolds was the male sex symbol of the 70s thanks to his mustache and machismo.
Oh, jump me.
In some ways, Burt Reynolds was like the Pamela Anderson of the younger, of his generation.
Dude, what can you say to that?
I think he's a liar.
You know, he was the Raquel Welch. My God, look how gorgeous he is.
Reynolds' breakthrough was in the creepy backwoods drama Deliverance.
Even to this day, you hear
and he followed that with fun-loving hits like Smokey and the Bandit.
I just go from place to place and do what I do best.
What's that?
Show off.
The gals were impressed, including women like Sally Field.
Will you unzip me?
Dinah Shore.
What a guy!
And Chris Everett, whom he was all romantically linked with.
I don't believe in long engagements.
But it was fellow sex symbol Lonnie Anderson that landed the stud.
Of course, I don't believe in long marriages either.
Only to have a public breakup years later.
Sorry, I don't want to get married.
Reynolds' career slowed for a bit until he made a Travolta-like comeback in the critically acclaimed Boogie Nights.
20 minutes.
I want to. Who's it going to be?
What? I'm not going to shoot you in the state you're in.
What do you mean state?
I ain't going to shoot you this way because you don't look good.
I said I'm ready to shoot.
Not now.
The magic was still there. And so was the mustache.
If you thought the censors were gonna let us do any more than this, you're crazy.
It's hard to say which was more revered, his piano playing or his candelabra. Liberace was a unique cultural phenomenon, a celebrity in the world of easy listening.
I got a chance to meet Liberace, and I went to a Liberace show. While I was watching this show, a lot of amazing stuff happened. He was driven on stage in a Rolls Royce, and he had every song he had a different fur coat.
Liberace was a gifted piano player, but he didn't really become a star until his act became campy.
Heavenly days, am I dreaming?
I wanna hear it again, I wanna hear it again.
Liberace was able to just put a piano that was studded in diamonds on stage and just say that's a piano studded in diamonds. He did stuff on stage because he thought it would look wonderful and he'd be happy doing it. It was a direct relationship with the audience.
Aided by TV appearances, the showman became increasingly recognized for wearing rhinestones, gold lame, furs, and sequins.
This is my trademark.
His concerts during the 50s drew record-breaking crowds and made him the highest-paid pianist in the world. But with his flamboyant look, people were bound to talk, and controversy over Liberace's sexual orientation followed.
Oh, hi.
Still, he sold over 60 million records, and that buys a whole lot of sequined fur coats.
I think the rapping is what makes it so exciting.
Live long and prosper.
He was half man, half Vulcan, but First Officer Spock is one of TV's most beloved characters, pointy ears and all.
He'll touch your neck at any moment and drive you into unconsciousness.
Spock and the rest of the crew of the Starship Enterprise made their first voyage in 1966.
Space, the final frontier.
The show became a sensation, and fans were especially drawn to Spock's struggle between his human emotions and Vulcan practicality.
It may be, Doctor. However, I have noted that the healthy release of emotion is frequently very unhealthy for those closest to you.
The man between the ears was Leonard Nimoy, who could have never known that the alien would become his lifelong second identity.
He's the perfect Spock because he is Spock.
Captain, the most curious development on Scanner 57.
He even published a book called I Am Not Spock.
I'm happy that I'm connected with Leonard. I hope Leonard's not too degraded by being connected with me.
Trekkies freaked, but then Nimoy embraced his the role in the Star Trek movies and even directed 2 of them.
Are you out of your Vulcan mind? I'm sorry, Doctor. I have no time to discuss this logically.
If I could be any one of these icons, I think I'd be Audrey Hepburn.
How do I look?
Which pop culture icon are you? Go to vh1.com and find out which one is the most like you with our personality quiz. This is VH1's greatest pop culture icons. When you think of icons, you traditionally think of someone with artistic achievements of some sort. But there are others who influence society in a more shocking fashion, and we all obsess about them. They're splattered across CNN, SNL, and they have us reading their tell-all books. Anything to learn more about their personal activities.
Tonight, I invite you to listen to an interesting story. The story of an adventure with Miss Monica Lewinsky.
Most interns take a job hoping for a little work experience and a few connections. But this one almost brought down the leader of the free world.
This is the first time I think I've kind of participated in anything like this.
Monica Lewinsky was not your average intern. It was 1995 when a 21-year-old Monica got a job at the White House. She liked to wear a beret and thongs, and the president enjoyed cigars. The unlikely pair began a relationship that would rock Washington and give endless fodder to late-night TV.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi, Monica. I was just going to call you.
By '98, the affair became a national scandal.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And Bill Clinton was forced to admit that he lied about relations with that woman.
She's been through the mill, but she just liked being in the limelight. Let's not kid ourselves.
Leave us alone! Give us our privacy!
Monica Lewinsky was thrust into the spotlight. And after laying low for a while, Lewinsky told her side of the story in a book and ratings record-breaking interview with Barbara Walters.
I think all people, certainly all young people in America, it's better to be famous in a certain way, even if that includes abject humiliation, and he certainly has achieved both.
1 hour has ended, but it's not the last. There are plenty more of these pop culture icons waiting for their moment of glory.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
You can't be a girly monster to wear this watch.
Say hello to my little friend.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
Hello. I guess I was squiggy. Hello. Hello. Like this still holding out hope they're gonna get to like screw Laverne and Shirley, you know?
Bang Zoom, I mean, I can't do a Ralph Kramner impression.
Bang Zoom.
He used to always be like, shut up, Davis.
Whoa, cool.
They shaped our lives. Now
Icons, featuring interviews with The Osbournes, Kevin Bacon, Britney Spears, Hugh Hefner, Katie Couric, Lisa Marie Presley, Christy Brinkley, Jay Leno, Susan Lucci, Henry Winkler, Penny Marshall, Florence Henderson, Ringo Starr, Steve Harvey, Kiss, The Bachelorette, Dave Grohl, Deion Sanders, and more. With your host, Kristen Davis.
Is he my boyfriend or my ex-husband whom I have sex with in Cobra?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'll be back.
People write songs about them, name their pets after them, and now we made 10 hours of television about them. The 200 greatest icons of pop culture. They're our superheroes, our idols, and our role models. From television, sports, and music, these icons will influence us forever. When I was a kid, I wanted to look like Elizabeth Taylor. But when I got the hairbrush in my hand, it was all about trying to look like this angel. She clearly wins for the most copied haircut in pop culture.
Morning, angels.
Morning, Charlie.
She had the smile, the gun, and the hair. And thanks to Charlie, Farrah Fawcett became the quintessential angel of the 70s.
I definitely was a closet fan of Charlie's Angels because it wasn't really like a guys kind of show, but you know, you kind of really had to watch it just because they were so gorgeous. I mean, they were just gorgeous.
You realize I'm in a difficult position with my client. I was hired to protect him.
I can't remember many of the plots, frankly. But I do remember the outfits.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Her iconic image lived on every boy's wall as one of the world's best-selling posters. And with that one classic shot, Farrah did more for toothpaste and hot rollers than any beauty parlor.
You said it yourself. Being the centerfold is great.
Thanks to Charlie's Angels, Farrah defined the role of badass women on TV. But it was all about the hair, baby, the Farrah flip.
Say that again.
Long before Rachel and her friends cut, Farrah had a nation obsessed with bouncy golden locks flipped to perfection.
And all of a sudden, Farrah Fawcett had that pin-up. I mean, that was so sexy. So sexy.
Compliment noted. And accepted.
After leaving the Angels, she shed her sexy image by taking serious roles like The Burning Bed. It worked for a while, but soon Farrah became known for her often odd behavior on late-night TV. To us, she'll always be as immortal as that poster.
Ricky Martin, he's singing on the Grammys, he's singing on Tonight Show, Vida Loca, on the Today Show, Vida Loca, on the Flintstones, Vida Loca.
If there was an award for shaking your bonbon, it would be named after Ricky Martin. He ushered in a new era of mainstream Latin music and put Puerto Rican rhythms on the map.
Ay, 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 ay.
It seemed like he came out of nowhere, but Martin was actually one of the heartthrobs in Menudo.
It's not my fault. I was part of a band, it was a concept, and I would just wear what they told me to wear. Huh.
Ousted at 16, as is the group's policy, Martin went solo and was named Best New Latin Artist by Billboard back in '93.
The bottom line is the boy's a hunk. What can I tell you? He's cute, he's got a great smile, he's charismatic, he can sing, and he dances like I don't think anyone we've seen since Elvis.
Dancing for me is liberating, is daring.
Already an international success, Ricky crossed over to American pop with his first English album.
I've done it in Italian and French and Portuguese. I've recorded in Filipino even. Why not English? I have to.
Livin' La Vida Loca, quite simply, changed everything.
Ricky Martin came out and had that huge hit worldwide. I mean, it was huge everywhere.
It was all about being focused. It was about reaching challenges. It was about enjoying the moment. And I think these are the tools that brought me to where I'm at today.
He's gorgeous, he's adorable. I'm gonna eat this man. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat this paper. I'm going to have an orgasm. A serious triple whammy orgasm.
He has no real superpowers, but that's exactly what makes the superhero so cool. With his gadgets, detective skills, dark costume, and vigilante ways, Batman has become one of the most popular comic book characters of all time.
Too generous.
Well, Batman is the only guy that was flying a black plane before me.
Batman made his debut in 1939. The superhero's alter ego was Gotham City millionaire Bruce Wayne, who vowed to avenge his parents' murder.
What was special about Batman was the fact that it was a little more mysterious, and I liked that.
Although he began as a dark soul, Batman became a campy character thanks to the TV series starring Adam West.
A clever and diabolical scheme.
In the utility belt is just terrific, and you know, he works with the Boy Wonder.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
In 1989, director Tim Burton resurrected Batman's dark side in the film starring Michael Keaton.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Batman was like one of my favorite movies. Oh my God, or is still. I still to this day am convincing everyone that they should get the Batmobile. I will have one day. That's like my dream car.
The movie renewed the character's popularity, and today, Batman battles Superman head-to-head for superhero supremacy, relying only on his wits, of course.
Genie! Ah!
It's every man's fantasy. A beautiful blonde jumps out of a bottle and grants him his every wish. With a wink and a nod, Barbara Eden brought that dream to life in the hit series I Dream of Jeannie.
Genie?
It's the ultimate male dream to have a woman in a bottle. In a bottle that you can just whip up whenever you want.
No one was sexier than Barbara Eden as Jeannie. And I have to tell you, she, you know, as a 7-year-old kid, she was the first girl I ever really wanted to make out with.
Before becoming a 60s icon, Eden was a nightclub singer, but all that changed when her little series debuted.
She was this ephemeral entity that was having a very good time, you know. That is the real you.
Well, now, would you stop doing that?
Larry Hagman found his devoted but mischievous Jeannie in a bottle on the beach. Through each episode, he struggled to keep her identity a secret, and she taught him to be careful what he wished for.
Jeannie, what are you doing?
We are eloping, Master, just as you said.
Fans loved Jeannie and her harem pants, and they were soon splattered on lunchboxes, board games, books, and t-shirts. Eden starred in several other films and TV shows, but the magic in that bottle. Talk about a long shot. Richard Williams dreamed of having 2 daughters that would both become tennis stars. Today, not only are Serena and Venus ranked number 1 and 2 in the world,
I have a gold medal.
but they have changed the look and popularity of their sport.
I think we bring variety.
Serena, you're a beautiful girl.
Thank you, Scott.
You too, Venus.
You're sweet.
The sisters grew up in the Compton section of LA, not exactly a hotbed of tennis talent.
No comment.
But Richard Williams saw something in his girls, and he trained them from the age of 4.
Very good.
Some fine sisters. Some athletic sisters, some gifted sisters, very successful sisters, and they work their butts off.
Another one bites the dust. Both turned pro when they were 14. In no time, they marched up the ranks, and today, they regularly play each other in the finals of major tournaments.
Bitch, you ain't beat me. I bet y'all beat your ass right now. Don't make me bring this ghetto out. Get
Both Venus and Serena play a hard-hitting version of the game that can overwhelm the competition, while their form-fitting tennis outfits overwhelm the fans.
You're not a tennis player, you're hot.
Young and rich with endorsement deals, the Williams sisters are a coach's and an advertising exec's dream come true.
For the most part, it's been a white sport, and they've come in and really have blown away the competition. But I think the beauty of it is that they've captivated everyone.
After the break, a young icon will cast his magic.
It's all about, fantasy and fiction. It's fun.
And everyone's favorite neighbor comes back to the neighborhood.
I like you exactly as you look right now.
I heard one of his sweaters was in the Smithsonian. I mean, that has to be the true sign of an icon.
Next on the 200 Greatest Pop Icons.
You're watching 200 Greatest Pop Culture Icons. Stay tuned for another hour of icons coming up next, only on VH1, home of the greatest.
200 classic faces, phrases, and famous haircuts. These are VH1's Pop Icons. Supermodels can influence society in many ways. They make the men drool, and the women feel a little self-conscious. But no doubt, they're lovely to look at. This supermodel made her mark with her exuberant smile and girl-next-door charm. And she's been everything from Sports Illustrated cover queen to a boxing ring photographer.
It's crazy. It's crazy. How's the water?
Exhilarating.
American woman!
The All-American Girl wasn't just an abstract ideal.
Christie Brinkley is definitely an icon because she is the quintessential All-American beauty.
She was blonde-haired, blue-eyed model Christie Brinkley.
I bumped into a photographer in Paris. Long story short, Eileen Ford started calling me.
Soon after, she was one of the most sought-after faces in the biz.
I went to lunch with Nina Blanchard in Los Angeles, and I had a person from CoverGirl walk by the table and say, "We need to book her."
That face, that CoverGirl face.
By the end of lunch, I had like 4 commercial television jobs lined up.
Clean makeup. It actually lets my skin breathe.
Check the hair and makeup.
Her all-American image appeared on more than 500 magazine covers worldwide, the crowning jewel being her record 3 appearances on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover.
After doing the Sports Illustrated cover, I started noticing people noticing me. I did this cover, but I didn't really know what it meant.
Well, are you gonna go for it?
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
By the late 80s, the beauty gave Billy Joel something to sing about when she became his wife. Today, Brinkley is still everybody's fave American girl.
She's not just a pretty face. There was like another dimension to her. She was like the thinking person's supermodel.
She's very active in many charities. She clearly has taken motherhood on as an important part of her life.
She was hot and steamy, and at the same time, she was a tall glass of milk. And that's something that just comes from within. You can't manufacture that.
Mr. Potter.
celebrity.
It's hard to say which is more magical. Harry Potter's spells, or the out-of-nowhere success he brought to his creator, author J.K. Rowling.
She was a single mom and she went from nothing to everything, and I think it's an amazing story.
J.K. was an unknown author on welfare when she published the first Harry Potter book in 1998.
Next is a pugilistic page-turner.
And within a few years, she earned over $480 million.
Victory is mine!
With 35 million books sold.
I would have to say, if there were one thing about Harry Potter, is that people care deeply about the characters.
Not any spells.
One.
Her simple genius was the creation of a tale about an orphan boy who turns out to be a wizard.
Ironia, XMA. Thanks for that.
Don't mention it.
His adventures at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry are today nothing short of a phenomenon. The first of the films had the largest release of any movie in U.S. history and became the second highest grossing movie of all time after Titanic.
Gryffindor wins!
Magic. It's all about, fantasy and fiction. It's fun.
Plus, the four-eyed wizard got a bunch of kids to read books again.
It got me back into reading, to be honest with you.
That's magic.
He's a magic man! Yeah!
It's about time you guys got your party hats on. Are you ready?
They're the cowboys that rode into rock and roll in the 80s with their guitars on their backs and became one of the biggest bands of the decade with some of the biggest hair.
His hair.
I guess I'm the credit or blame for the 80s long hair.
New Jersey native John Bon Jovi recorded his first single Runaway in 1980. The Studley lead singer quickly put a band behind him, and Bon Jovi had arrived, fringe and all.
She's a little runaway.
Little Bon Jovi. He's cute. He is. He holds his head high and he's like, he's still doing it and he's still, hugely successful.
But when Slippery When Wet slid on the scene, the band left a path of drooling suburban women behind them. Bon Jovi and their female-friendly rock and roll were everywhere. But the band had one thing other 80s bands didn't. Survival instincts and some scissors.
It's common sense to me.
The Jersey Boys proved they were just as relevant in the 90s and beyond.
Every day.
Any band that stands the test of time like they have and will continue to, there's nothing you can say. Time tells all.
Every day.
And we thank you. Thank you.
From cowboys to superheroes.
Let's get started!
And this guy is basically up there playing, a hybrid of country music and doing a Kiss show.
Barrier breakers to originators.
That's one small step for man.
And I got to ride in the space simulator with Neil Armstrong.
One giant leap for mankind.
And let me tell you, lying next to Neil Armstrong was pretty exciting.
There's more pop icons to come. These are the 200 greatest pop culture icons. In this show, we've got icons who act, icons who sing, icons who dance or make us laugh. There aren't many who can do it all, except for this man. Thanks for the memories, Bob.
Hey, thanks for the memory of being here.
There are actors, singers, and comedians, and then there is Bob Hope, an entertainer, pure and simple.
And I get money, too.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all
Bob Hope to me represents certainly longevity. I have tremendous respect for him. He could do it all.
Please, Mr. Hope, when you get this thing out of here, the steam is taking the curl out of my nose. When you get...
Hope began his career singing on Broadway and appearing in films like The Road to Morocco and My Favorite Brunette.
Think you can get me to do anything you want? What do you want, baby?
All the pictures, the road pictures with Bing Crosby, were fabulous. I loved it when he danced. I loved it when he sang. And I loved it when he failed at comedy. That's always the funniest.
This is dangerous. If this audience sees steak, they'll come right up here after it.
Oh, I don't know. They've seen ham all evening, and you're still here.
But Hope did what many stars of his era could not. He made a seamless transition to TV.
Figure if you can't lick them, join them.
On the small screen, Hope shined in variety shows and his legendary annual Christmas specials that lasted more than 40 years.
I just want you boys to see what you're fighting for, that's all.
His great service to our American troops and his willingness to go there every holiday, spend time away from his own family, to go and give them laughter and hope. So I think that's probably his legacy.
It was Hope's many trips overseas to entertain U.S. troops that made him a legend, and one that's more relevant today than ever. Bob Hope is not just an entertainer, he's an institution.
Oh my goodness.
It's not just anyone that can wear a skin-tight blue and red bodysuit and be cool. But Spider-Man is not just anyone.
This guy is a normal guy, kind of a nerd, and because of some accident, he becomes this guy who's a good guy, but he's still kind of edgy and weird. You know, he's a spider.
Created by Stan Lee for a comic book in 1962, Spider-Man quickly joined mates Batman and Superman as one of America's most beloved superheroes.
When you look at the comic book culture, I mean, talk about a franchise.
The web crawler's real identity is the likable Peter Parker, who learns to hone his Spidey skills and swing from webs, all in the name of crime fighting. Thanks to the movie starring Tobey Maguire, Spidey made a comeback. And with $818 million in the bank, the superhero is not going away anytime soon.
We just came here to play music, we came here to raise some hell and have some fun, so what do you say? Let's get started!
Country music may have been left to backcountry bars if this guy didn't come along.
Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up!
The goateed singer with the 10-gallon hat brought country to the stadiums, and in the process became the biggest-selling solo artist in history.
And I think he took country music to like mainstream pop culture.
You do a mean boom shakalaka!
Garth Brooks' first album was a hit on the country charts, but his second, No Fences, exploded.
The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes.
Garth Brooks was the kind of guy you were aware of, but you weren't aware if everyone else was aware of, and then you turn, oh, gee, I guess everybody's aware of this guy.
So I've got a friend in love, they say.
I mean, I don't think people realize he sold more records than anybody else in the world, including Elvis.
Mama was a looker, Lord, I shine pop.
On stage, Brooks redefined country music as he walked the stage like a rock star using a wireless headset and put on a show complete with pyro.
Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pool.
And this guy is basically up there playing, you know, a hybrid of country music and doing a Kiss show.
After Garth became a one-namer, he traded in his cowboy hat for a baseball cap and then freaked us all out with the release of an album by his alter ego, Chris Gaines.
You gotta be yourself.
But today, America's cowboy has got his big hat back on and can be heard in low and high places.
But she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner.
Me? Sally Field is impossibly perky, girlishly attractive, and one of the few actresses to jump from TV to the big screen.
Does this thing move?
Oh, yeah.
In other words, we like her. We really like her.
Dependable's my middle name. My first name's Gidget. Gidget Dependable Lawrence.
Wait till you see my Gidget. You want her for your Valentine.
As a teen in the 60s, Field ruled TV with too cute for primetime roles as both Gidget and the Flying Nun.
That's very nice, but wouldn't you like to come out and play with the other kids?
But by the mid-70s, the actress had graduated to much more grown-up fare and won an Emmy playing a woman with multiple personalities in the TV movie Sybil.
She did have that girl next door look to her, but she was a very powerful woman in all the different roles that she played.
Come on in, save me.
A few years later, Field was a star on the big screen, winning an Oscar for her role as a union organizer in Norma Rae.
I've come here and said I sinned and I done wrong and I'm sorry and I ask for God to forgive me. Now I want to see what this church stands for. I want to see if you'll stand up in that pulpit and say there ought to be justice, there ought to be a union.
I think a lot of people probably took her talent for granted, but she is a tremendous actress.
Her second statuette came for 1984's Places in the Heart.
I will not have you come in my house and talk about my children like that. They are well brought up children. You can't just walk into my house.
With blockbusters like Forrest Gump and Mrs. Doubtfire,
You ate my begonias.
it's safe to say America still likes Sally Field. We really, really do.
But God, I was so good. You should have seen me. You'd have loved me.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
When you're this nice, they call you Mr. Mr. Rogers, that is.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
The cuddly TV host showed generations of kids how to love themselves and their neighbors, and of course, how to change from shoes into sneakers when they enter the house.
Of course, I think of him coming in and changing out of his outdoor shoes into his sneakers and his outdoor jacket into his cardigan sweater.
I heard one of his sweaters was in the Smithsonian. I mean, that has to be the true sign of an icon.
It's such a good feeling to know you're alive.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
As nice as Mr. Rogers was, even he fell victim to Saturday Night Live.
Hello, boys and girls. Won't you be my neighbor?
Fred McFeely, aka Mr. Rogers, created a show for public television to showcase his special brand of children's TV and puppeteering.
I loved Mr. Rogers. I loved that there was always a lesson to learn.
There are lots of things to wonder about in this world.
But he never lost track of the importance of human being to human being, telling the stories, and he was mesmerizing in that way.
I like you exactly as you look right now.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
I think he was primarily about love, and he is sort of this simple, goofy guy, but I think everybody could use a little simple goofiness in their lives.
There's only one person in the whole world like you, and people can like you exactly as you are. I'll be back next time. Bye.
Tell that we are gonna be friends. Changes. Turn the face to strange. Changes.
Ground control to make.
From the androgynous Ziggy Stardust to the button-down Thin White Duke, David Bowie is rock's original.
David's great because he changes. He's this personality and that's what's in his music, and then he's changed to this personality, that's in his music.
Changes. Turn the face to strange. Changes.
That voice, I mean, it's like Frank Sinatra or something. The guy's got a classic voice. You hear it and you know it's David Bowie within a millisecond.
Bowie has a knack for staying ahead of the curve. His experimental Ziggy Stardust period introduced the world to a combination of music and theater that would evolve into glam rock.
I obviously had a penchant for bad hairdressers. It was my fumblings about how to bring theatricality to pop music or rock. And it stems from a very sort of English thing about the idea of music hall and vaudeville.
David Bowie is constantly changing, and it's nice to see that there are people like him that can do it and really pull it off.
By the late 70s, he was experimenting with electronica, laying the groundwork for modern dance music. When the 80s rolled around, Bowie was again right there, recording pop hits. The experimental rocker has also been open about his atypical sex life, confessing that he met his first wife when they were dating the same man.
He's a performance artist. He's an artist. His place in rock history is absolutely assured.
But some people still can't pronounce his name.
For Best Male Rock Vocal Performance, the nominees are David Bowie.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Intergalactic planetary!
With one small step, Neil Armstrong became the world's most famous astronaut and helped mankind make that giant leap.
Neil Armstrong walked on the moon the same year that the Brady Bunch began, and I got to ride in the space simulator with Neil Armstrong. And let me tell you, lying next to Neil Armstrong was pretty exciting.
Drop!
At 16, Armstrong got his pilot's license before he even got a driver's license. He's piloted over 200 types of aircraft, but the most famous was the Apollo 11 lunar module that he stepped out of on July 20th, 1969.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I'm about to blast off like an astronaut. Yeah.
Millions of TV viewers watched as Armstrong became the first human to place his foot on the moon's surface.
We gonna blast off.
It was a step, and thought about it really after we got there.
The greatest thing about Neil Armstrong is how much he pissed off Buzz Aldrin. Because Buzz Aldrin's forever the second guy to walk on the moon.
If you've been paying close attention to the show, then I've got something to keep you busy. Go to VH1.com and play the Icon to Icon match game.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, it's another hour of 200 greatest pop culture icons. Only on VH1, home of the greatest.
200 classic faces, phrases, and famous haircuts. These are VH1's pop icons. When someone creates a classic TV character, they forever change pop culture. This next guy was not only TV's most beloved family man, he later became one of its only doctor detectives.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face.
A song and dance man, an able-bodied comedic straight man.
Sweetheart, Ginger, the old charmer's home.
Mask of tragedy.
Dick Van Dyke was simply the man in 60s entertainment. Van Dyke made a name for himself starring in Bye Bye Birdie, but it was the Dick Van Dyke Show that brought the actor into living rooms.
The Dick Van Dyke Show, starring Dick Van Dyke.
We were bad. We were like kids. Couldn't shut up, couldn't stop laughing and clowning.
Joe, Grace Kelly played a clay.
The TV show introduced a new kind of sitcom, one that depicted the life of bumbling family man Rob Petrie at home and at work, where he was a writer for a variety show.
I thought that show was hilarious.
the best 5 years of my life. And the most creative, I had the most fun, and I miss it to this day.
Beyond the show, Van Dyke made musical comedies like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Mary Poppins.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be.
I love Dick Van Dyke. I mean, I thought he was the coolest guy. I thought, you know, when he could dance, he could sing.
I shake hands with you, or blow me a kiss. And that's lucky too.
In the 90s, he returned to the tube as a crime-solving doc in Diagnosis Murder. This Dick is no one-trick pony.
What can I get you? A ham sandwich, a hunk of cheese, some soda? Sit down. Let me rub your feet.
She was first famous for being witty, goofy, and self-deprecating.
So I try to keep in shape. I'm having a tough time. I'm drunk most of the time, so that's kind of slowing me down. But I'm kidding. I don't even drink that much, really. Unless I'm doing crack or something, I get so thirsty.
And then she stepped out of the closet.
I think what sets Ellen DeGeneres apart is the fact that she had the courage to take a stand. And I have a lot of respect for her.
Ellen DeGeneres began performing stand-up in the 80s and quickly won acclaim for her quirky humor.
That song, More Than a Woman, do you remember that song, More Than a Woman? I was actually singing, I thought it was Bald-Headed Woman. That's what I thought. Bald-headed woman, bald-headed woman to me.
I thought she was one of the funniest, most inventive young women I had seen in many years. She is very unique.
Lesbian demands cheese, causes riot.
In '94, she got her own sitcom and shook network television with a groundbreaking character. The show made history when its star, Ellen Morgan, became the first openly gay lead character on TV.
When she came out on her show, she was in the airport, and she was struggling so to get this line out, you know, and then I'm Gay came out over the PA system.
I kissed a girl.
After the hoopla died down, Ellen became just as famous for her torrid romance with on-again, off-again lesbian Anne Heche. She opened the door not only for gay Hollywood, but gay America.
Are you going to debate me on this?
I did Saturday Night Live one time, and Eddie Murphy called me Opie Cunningham on the air.
He was Opie, he was Richie, and then he became one of the biggest directors in Hollywood. Ron Howard has been in showbiz since he was 4, but he's just beginning to hit his stride.
He's one of the few child actors that really have made it and seemed like he remained pretty normal.
Howard played cute little Opie on The Andy Griffith Show. When he grew up, he became Happy Days resident nice guy, Richie Cunningham.
Yowza, yowza, yowza. I met him, he was 18, 17, and I thought, I am in the presence of wonderfulness. I better listen to this fellow. I think I'm going to learn from this guy.
What TV fans didn't know was that Ron really wanted to direct.
He had a vision. He said to me when he was very, very young, you think I could be a director? I want to be a director. I said, Ron, if you decided to be a brain surgeon, I probably would be your patient. I probably would trust that you would know what you're doing. He's one of those guys. He is one of those guys.
We're very, very close, Ron and I. To prove it, the sort of fellowship that we have, a few words we had just before the show, he looked at me, he said, Ed, I've got a woman living inside of me.
Ron has gone on to make monster films like Parenthood and Apollo 13, and took home 2 Gold Guys for his masterpiece, A Beautiful Mind.
He's actually a very confident filmmaker and sets a brilliant platform for people to work in.
That little boy has definitely grown up.
This guy is powerful beyond our wildest imagination. It just is.
Very giving guy, but very talented, not only as an actor, but also as a director.
Happy I know him.
I'm just a girl. That's all that you'll let me be.
She's a little bit innocent, a little bit riot girl, and a little bit glamour puss. Add it up, and Gwen Stefani is the new breed of pop icon.
To be a girl in this business and have such longevity is very hard. And she's one of the few people that will ever be able to pull it off.
Her band, No Doubt, became a surprise hit in the 90s by blending ska, punk, and pop into radio-ready anthems.
She writes all of her own stuff. I love her music. I listen to it all the time.
Gwen was originally dubbed a Madonna wannabe, but these days there's a whole generation of Gwenabes, her own loyal fans.
She's got this style about her that she can, put anything on and she's gonna make it something that someone wants to wear that sees her in a magazine. She could put a trash bag on and she would look hot.
So, no matter what shade she comes in, pink, blue, or blonde, today Gwen Stefani reigns as pop's coolest princess.
Anyone who can pull off pink hair is definitely an icon. There are more colorful characters heading your way.